Hey, how's it going, guys? I figured I haven't done an actual just in-store pickups video for a second, so I figured I may as well go ahead and do a pickups video. And I actually had a stealth buy, so I figured I'd have to do one even though I'm still a little bit sick and I don't like the sound of my own voice right now, even more so than usual. So I was going to wait till I was a little bit better, but I really wanted to show this book so I could rebag it and all that good stuff later. But first I want to just shout out my own contest, I guess. Looks like I got 7 entrants so far, so if you guys are interested in the contest, I'll leave the information below. So there's that. So I guess if you don't see your name on this list, let me know and we can fix that. So that out of the way, I want to start off with an auction I had from Alex the Comic Hoarders auction a couple, was it like 2 or 3 weekends ago? I can't remember now, but it was in March sometime. There's so many auctions in March, I kind of just lost track, but I did get a nice little haul from Comichaulics, and they're actually nice enough to include this really nice note. It says, "Thanks again for joining us during the auction. Your icon of Luger always makes us chuckle. Thanks again, Wayne and Jess Comichaulics." So, it's funny. I actually kind of thought about changing the Luger icon, but I was just like, yeah, why would I do that? It makes me chuckle too every single time. And every time Great Legend sees it, goes on his like a tirade about Luger, it makes me. I usually type in LOL. I'm actually laughing out loud when he does that. So, I thought about getting rid of it because this is obviously a comic book oriented channel vlog thingy instead of like a wrestling thing. But I'm keeping it for now. So yeah. But anyway, first book, I had this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mega Blocks Toys R Us variant, I believe he said. I just really liked it for the Kevin Eastman cover. And with Toys R Us going out of business, I feel like these will be a little difficult to get now. But nonetheless, thought it was an awesome cover. Love Kevin Eastman and his work he's done, obviously. Next up, Thanos 16. That awesome Donny Cates run everyone keeps speculating on and paying a bunch for on eBay. I'm kind of reading this backwards. I checked out 17, liked it. 16 was starting this run. I was like, oh, cool. Nice little added bonus for me. Call of the Suicide Force. This is the one book I don't really know that much about. So I definitely look forward to reading this and seeing what this is exactly. So there's that. The main reason I was bidding on this lot, and I'm surprised I got this for what I did. Because I think this book slowed down in traction, but it was going for a little bit for a minute there. Ice Cream Man #1, the variant cover. So I really liked the first few issues of Ice Cream Man, but unfortunately, my local shop only got, I think the second printing of issue 1. I never even saw covers A or B, so when Wayne put this up in the auction, I definitely made sure to bid on it, and for some reason, no one else did. I'm not sure why, but yeah, this alone kind of paid for the whole auction, in my opinion, so very glad to finally have a first printing of Ice Cream Man. If you guys haven't checked it out, I guess either check it out or wait for the trades at this point because it's a little bit harder to track down the first printing of ones in my opinion. So there's my sole auction winning. I know everyone expects me to win every auction, so trying to slow down on those things. They're not cheap sometimes. So I want to get to my half price books haul. Sorry about that. I made 2 different trips to half price books. One before I went to C2E2 and one after. Actually, I just came back from it a couple hours ago. Actually been finding better stuff there than my local shop. I'm just not into tons of new stuff for whatever reason. I'm just kind of tired of all the reboots and stuff. So trying to slow it down on all the modern stuff. Go for, stay away from new DC, new Marvel unless I really like the writer, and go toward more independent and, just half-price books, dollar finds. So I have an outlet store right next to me. I've probably explained this before, right across work from me. So I usually try stopping there once a week and flip through their dollar bins. And everything in there is basically $1 unless they know it's like a huge key book. Then they'll lock it in like a little case by the cash register. So occasionally I'll see something in there. Not too often there. And it'll be like a $10 or $40 or $50 book, but I've never seen anything I actually wanted to negotiate or want. I'll get into that in a second. I just want to show what I got a couple of weeks ago. Just some decent books, nothing huge. So I got New X-Men 45. This is a part of the Messiah Complex run. This is the issue that really made X-23 an awesome character to me. It's the one where she fights Lady Deathstrike. I think this is the first issue I read from the Messiah Complex, actually. Very awesome book. I mean, half the issue is just a fight between the two, and it just showed how brutal X-23 can be, can she stand toe-to-toe with Wolverine? I mean, this is the first time I would believe that. So this may actually go in that in A box. Oh, by the way, I think about 126 to 127, so we got a little bit of ways to go. I think we can get the 150 and get that other prize box added to the contest. So this may be in box number 2, maybe in box 1 if that's all the further we get. So I really like this book, and like I said, I want to throw some good reads in there. This is a good read. So if you guys see this in a dollar bin, check it out if nothing else. Next up, New X-Men 32. This is an early X-23 appearance. She's barely even in it. I just like the Kyle and Yost stuff. I think Mike Norton's on the art in this one, so a lot of talent in this book. X-23 obviously is the main reason I bought it, but flip through it, not too bad. So there's that. And then I found this, surprisingly. First appearance of Silver Banshee Action Comics number 595 for $1. I figured for $1, why not? Sometimes I don't get older Superman, especially like the late 80s, just because I do have a lot of the 90s stuff. So I got enough Superman to go around for everybody. Next up, Deadman number 1 from the 80s. I think this is the reprint of Strange Tales 205, 206, maybe 207. So like the first 2 or 3 appearances of Deadman are reprinted in this volume, but I figured it's just a really nice Neil Adams cover if nothing else. So can't beat some good Neil Adams. And then I found some Adam Hughes Legion. So there's the cover to Legion 35. So like I said, I was surprised to see these in the dollar bins and not swiped up yet, because usually if it's Adam Hughes, it's gone. This is the rule of thumb in dollar bins and Adam Hughes. And then I found a Legionnaire 16. I was surprised to see this. This is usually like a $10 or $15 book all day, but someone put it in there for $1. And I'm definitely not going to complain about that. So, found this for $1. Alright, so that was a couple weeks ago. So, I will get into my haul that I found today. And, yeah, I'll get to this one here in a second. So, I found a little run of Wolverine Origins. I collected this book when it came out, but I kind of cut it off around issues 10 or 11, I think was pretty much the first appearance of Dakin, I think was the last one I bought. But I always heard that this run with Deadpool was pretty good, or at least, maybe it's kind of comical and brutal. I don't know. I just remember there was a lot of buzz around these first few books as soon as they got released. So, seeing them finally in a dollar bin, I figured I'd, pick it up, see what it was all about. So here's issue 21. Unfortunately, I don't know if someone was just missing issue 22, but that was not in the bins. So I gotta look for a 22 because it goes from 23, 24, and these are some awesome Simone Bianchi covers. I don't know how to pronounce his name better, but we'll go with that. Absolutely love the series of covers he did on these. And there's number 25. And then the last one is actually number 15, that Del Auto cover that came out with this. So, yeah, I figured last issue, I didn't even know it went to 50. I do remember seeing this cover, but I was surprised this book lasted 50 issues. So, Wolverine Origins number 50. That's a pretty awesome cover, so definitely couldn't pass that up. Alright, so some people might not think it's possible to find, your top 10 want list of 2018 books in a dollar bin. I found one of my top 10 books of 2018 I want to get in a dollar bin. Sandman number 1 was in a dollar bin. I have no clue why. And this thing is like in perfect condition. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I take that back. There is a tiny little something that's like nicked right there, but beyond that it is very minuscule. The spine is very good. There's no spine roll. Staples are right in line. It's absolutely perfect. So like I said, I want to leave it in the bag and get it rebagged as soon as possible, but there is $1. So, and no, I like how they always date the stuff too they put in, so that way I know if I flip through it or not. So yeah, $1 for Sandman number 1. As far as I can tell, hopefully no one proves me wrong, like, oh, that might be a reprint or something. As far as I know, there aren't too many, besides like the Vertigo Essentials or whatever they've reprinted. This looks pretty legitimate to me, so prove me wrong if you have to. I definitely want to know, but I was kind of doing some research for it right before I made this video. I'm just like, I don't think they reprinted too many of these, if any at all. Especially in '89. It's dated 1989 when it came out, so. But I don't know if I posted it on Snups or made a video about it, but I actually have been getting the rest of the run on eBay. So there's a seller, they were selling, for some reason it was issues 2 through 9 for like $30 or something. I think it was $3 an issue, and I really wanted that because it came with the first appearance of Death, and that book alone is worth more than I paid for that entire lot. So, and then I got more. I think I got like 15 through 20 something. Basically, I got the first 30 issues except for one, and then 10 and 11 for some reason. And I paid no more than like $2 or $3 a piece. So I've had extremely good luck with Sandman for whatever reason, except for this book until today. I mean, I was at C2E2 actually looking at this, and it was on like 4 or 5 walls, just mocking me there for 65, 75, 80 bucks. Same thing at Indiana Comic Con, same type of prices. Even the guy I was a couple videos back, I was telling you guys about, he had $1, $3, and $5 books. He still had this at like $75. So I'm extremely happy to find this for $1. Actually, you know, when you're flipping through dollar bins and you find something like this, I just stopped. Like, I didn't even know what to do. Like, I just kind of was holding it, and I'm like, I looked around, I was just like, huh? I think I literally said that, just, huh? Like, why is this in a dollar bin? Like, I figured, and it's funny because they have, like, other Neil Gaiman books there that, like, they try to put on, like, end caps and shelves and feature, and somehow this got by their filter, I guess, or they're just in the, just the price labeling, bagging, but they still had to bag it is the thing. So someone knew what this was probably, and they still sold it to me for $1. So there we go. Sandman #1 for $1, another one to cross off the 2018 what list. So that wasn't too hard. So probably not going to get that lucky anytime soon again, but I guess it just shows patience pays off. So if nothing else out of this video, you know, don't go for those big dollars. Sometimes just flip through a dollar bin. So with that, once again, contest. If you guys don't see your name here, just leave me a message and give me a link to that video in case I missed it. Because leaving the house for 2 weekends in a row, I've kind of lost track. Hopefully, I did not miss anybody. And I want to, once again, I want to thank everybody, especially on this list, for participating. You know, all the thank yous on the 100 subs too. There were a lot of people who just chimed in and said thank you, and I don't want to ignore those either. So thank you guys, and leave a thumb, comment, subscribe, especially comment. I do like answering those comments, so thank you guys.